What's up, everyone? Welcome to our vlog, Married in Our 20s. My name is Anasia.
My name is Marcellus. My name is Renea.
And I'm Marcellus. And basically, we coming to y'all with a perspective, man. We in our 20s, we got kids. We've been married for a little while. Welcome, man. We gonna break the ice. We gonna shake it up for y'all, man. Get y'all the perspective, man. Well, we gonna get rid of these kids real quick, so we can cut to the chase.
You gotta go sit down.
So, yeah, I'm Marcellus. I'm 25. Birthday just passed. This is my beautiful wife, Anasia. She'll be 25 this year. So we're gonna start off letting y'all know how we met. You wanna start?
Actually, I feel like you should start because it started with you.
Okay.
And then I can add in my
All
part.
right. So, what was this? 10th grade year, my sophomore year.
Nope.
Okay.
9th grade year, but
I feel like I met your mother.
we met February 3rd, 2010. It was like a couple days before the Super Bowl.
Before the Super Bowl.
Yes, because we talked on the phone on Super Bowl. Yeah.
That don't sound right.
Yes, it do sound right, y'all. Look, the girls always remember the dates.
Anyway, check this out. I needed a physical for sports. Her mother worked at a clinic. My mother would have never took me to go to no clinic. But I was harassing her. I kept saying, yo, I need this physical. We about to start working out. I need this physical. So she ended up taking me. And this was probably like the first like real physical that I ever had to get. So when we in there, we waiting. I'm kind of already irritated because my mother, she irritated me. But anyway, it's time to go back there. And my mother she that man gonna grab your balls and make you cough. I'm like, no, he's not gonna touch my balls. Anyway, her mother worked there. And so I'm messing with my mother like, no, tell Shorty to come in here and give me my physical. If somebody gonna touch my balls, it's gonna be somebody else. It's gonna be a female, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't really think my mother was gonna go out and say nothing, but no, my mother, she did. And after my physical, I walked out of the room and her mother and my mother were speaking, joking. And my mother told her mother that I was talking crazy, telling her that she could come grab my balls. And she was like, oh, you cute, you know what I'm saying? I got a daughter your age. So I'm like, all right, cool. And she's like, come in my office, I'll show you a picture of her. So we go in her office. And she got a few pictures up on the wall, and I'm like, oh, she looks older than me, but she's beautiful. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, add her on Facebook, yada yada, real cool, real solid with it. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. I sent her the friend request, and
Yeah, so when all that was going down, I was in school, I was in class, and my mama had texted me like, you about to get this friend request from this boy that I'm introducing you to. I can't remember exactly like what the text said, but it was basically she was just letting me know that she gave him my Facebook page or whatever. So I'm like, okay, so I added him, and I was looking at the pictures. He had like old like middle school picture, or I don't know, were you in middle school? That picture, the championship game at Channel Park. Yeah. Okay, so it was an old picture of him on his page, and I'm like, who is this elementary kid that you trying to hook me up with? Like, who is this little boy? I'm like, okay, but then I start seeing other pictures of him, and I'm like, okay. So, we started messaging each other on Facebook. And then I believe we like exchanged numbers and stuff like that. I was trying to see if I can find old messages, but I couldn't on Facebook. But and then when I would say within like a couple weeks, we saw each other. We went to the movies. That was our first date at AMC Gratiot.
Yeah. One of the first time I seen her, we went to the AMC on Gratiot. I had a dentist appointment beforehand. And I don't know if y'all remember, But Rockaware jeans used to die. If you wore white ones under some Rockaware jeans, they used to die on the strings. Y'all remember that? So it's raining. I got on these Rockaware jeans and some ones that it was like purple and white or something like that, or whatever color. I had a bunch of different colors, and I looked down and I'm like, my strings are blue. I'm even more pissed, man. I'm like, what's going on? So we walk in there. I walk in first.
Yeah, cause I was already there waiting for him to get there. We actually went on our first date was a double date with my friend Chantel and her boyfriend at the time, and then it was our first like date, seeing each other in person. And I was waiting, and I remember being so nervous in the car. I kept telling Chantel, like, mind you, my mom was with us, dropping us off, and I thought I was like about to like puke. Like, I was so nervous. And then when he got there, I saw him walk in first. I was still in a parking lot, and I remember seeing him, and I was like, oh my God, like, this boy is fine as hell. Like, I'm like, oh, I remember thinking like, oh, this is my husband. Like, we gonna be together for a long time. Like, this is who I supposed to be with. I remember thinking that for real. Like, I'm not bull crapping.
You remember what movie we went to see?
It was something crazy that we didn't watch.
It was called The Crazies.
See, I'm like, it was something crazy that we didn't watch.
Why we didn't watch it? Right.
No, not like that.
But
y'all.
You know what?
But
honestly, that wasn't a good first date. It was just we was teenagers. First dates ain't supposed to be in no movie theater. Y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have no time 14. To really, you know what I'm saying, break the ice with nobody or nothing like that.
I broke some ice.
But we got up out of there. And that was the first date, man. That was the first time we met each other.
Yep. And then what was that? The next day, my cousin had a baby shower, and I asked Mama like if he can come. Like, I wanted to see him again, and she went and picked him up. And
yeah, I volunteered to go to a baby shower, man.
She went and picked him up, and that was like what, the second date, not a baby shower.
Yeah, man. Yeah, baby shower.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of how we met. Y'all definitely want to get more from us throughout our vlog. Transition to our Q&A segment, and a question that I was really excited about because it's really common for people to ask, so I'm glad that we are able to answer it for you guys. The question was, what is the hardest part about being young and married? You want to start off with that?
My opinion, to sum it up into one, like if I had to sum it up into one word, it would be the temptation. Because marriage is not girlfriend, boyfriend, you have to, you know what I'm saying, the temptation to not feel like it's over as soon as you get upset or as soon as there's a disagreement, to understand that you signed up for somebody to, through thick and thin, you know what I'm saying, for better or worse, rich or poor. You got to take that into consideration. And I would say the hardest part is that, you know what I'm saying, understanding that this is your life partner now, and they got to deal with you and you got to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there's things that happen to people that are terrible that you're not going to be okay with, and that causes for divorce. But I'm talking about the small, the very micro things, attitudes, somebody being offended slightly by what somebody else says, or, you know what I'm saying, anything outside of the marriage. Also temptation coming from the opposite sex of people that aren't in your marriage. You know what I'm saying? As a wife, you might see a guy that you're attracted to. The temptation of that could be tough. As a man and as a husband, I might see beautiful girls, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I got, you know what I'm saying, I got something, you know. So yeah, I would say temptation. That's one of the hardest things. You can't really sum difficulties of marriage up into one, but I would say that's one of for sure.
Yeah. The one for me would be is because we've been together since we were 15, it's times where we will expect, as an adult, what we used to do as teenagers. And we have to come and realize that we aren't the same people that we were. I mean, we are the same, but the dynamics have changed because we are adults now. And then you have to take in consideration that because we are adults now, we are growing, not just as one but individually, so you got to take in consideration of the different emotions and feelings that your spouse have, or what they're going through mentally and stuff like that. And then another thing is, because we've been together for so long, it's easy to get comfortable and you start slacking off in different areas in your marriage or in your relationship, because you feel like, oh, I got this person. We've been together for X amount of years. We got kids. We locked in.
I don't have to do no more.
Right, exactly. So that starts to become an issue in a relationship, because it's like, well, wait a minute. Back then, you was doing X, Y, and Z, and now you're not doing it. So you have to keep it exciting. And I mean, every day not gonna be peachy and cream, but you got to keep it exciting. You got to keep it spontaneous. In the marriage, because once you start slacking, and it's important to keep the communication up, to identify, that way y'all can communicate and both identify, okay, you slacking on this, what we need to work on. Because if not, that's another way, to cause or to lead into a divorce, because ain't nobody being real, ain't nobody communicating or sharing how they feel.
I know y'all hear it a lot, man. Communication is key. You know what I'm saying? That then became real, like, cliche. A lot of people mention how important communication is. What they don't mention is the type of communication. You understand? Because, yeah, you can speak. I can get things off my chest. You can get things off your chest. But the way you're supposed to communicate is you want to be emotional without being dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Take the victim role out of it. Everybody should be held accountable. I'm real heavy on accountability. If I did something wrong, I'ma say it. If you did something wrong, I expect it to be very direct. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just be expecting things to be real fluent. You know what I'm saying? Come with facts too, because, especially the women, come with the facts, because y'all just so emotional in general. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yada yada. Y'all know how y'all get. Come with the facts, and then you can break down the facts, and somebody can have a rebuttal, something to say against it, and it don't have to be an argument. Communication don't got to be an argument. It can literally be
agree to disagree.
It could be an agreement of disagreement. It could also be. It just don't have to be. The tension of it don't have to be high. You get what I'm saying? Especially when you know that y'all having intellectual conversation and both people are coming with the facts. Just break it down. You know what I'm saying? Get it to the point where it don't have to be rah-rah. You don't have to yell at each other at all. If somebody's wrong and they don't want to take responsibility for being wrong, you let it rock. You know what I'm saying? Cool. If you're not going to come with the facts and be legit about it, then the conversation is over. And that's why you don't have to yell, because it's going to be felt if you come in with the facts. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Different ways to communicate, man. Yeah, I'm excited about this, man. This gonna be good. We're gonna get some guests on here. This is just the icebreaker, man. So It might be a little off the wall right here. We're gonna do a little edit chop. We're gonna upgrade our editing though. So we can make this something that we expect it to be. You know what I'm saying? We got high expectations for this thing because I feel like it's necessary.
Yeah, it's definitely necessary because a lot of people look at us and think that like everything is like uppity up. And we don't post much, but when we do post, it's good stuff, because we not gonna post the bad stuff. Like, it ain't none of y'all business. But we coming to y'all because we are young, we are married, and we go through things. It's normal. Like, being married is not just, oh, you married and you don't go through nothing. Like, you go through things. It's a learning process. Like, it's a process. It really is. But the most important thing that I've learned, I keep everything that we go through in our household. We don't bring nobody in, but God, because I'm very prayerful, and that's it. Like, we keep it between us, and that's what makes us stronger, because we keep the communication between us, and we ain't got other people coming in from the outside that don't have really no clue of anything, but just if we were to go to them about an issue. So
Because this is the first episode, I won't deep dive too far into things, but yeah, like she hit on the piggyback off of that. I mean, having third parties in a relationship is a recipe for disaster. I'm telling you, it could be your mother, it could be your father, it could be your friend, it could be somebody that you don't know. When you reach out to people that aren't in the relationship, they don't have no emotional ties. They don't have any, real ties in a relationship. They speaking from their point of view. You know what I'm saying? They gonna give you whatever advice they want, and it's up to you to know. I need to make up my mind on what I want, and if this is something that I'm willing to deal with and forgive, then I don't need to tell nobody else, because now you putting that on somebody else's plate. You forgiving this person, and you feel like that's something that you can accept. Now you putting it on somebody else's plate, and when you accept it and you say you forgive them, now you're expecting them to, and that's not the way it works.
yeah.
That's not the way it works.
But
So as long as it ain't no nah domestic, I ain't with none of that. We don't play no domestic violence. So as long as it don't take it there, you don't need to be bringing no third party in. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that could be talked about, man, talk about it, man. I'm telling you, talk about it, because a lot of things in marriage, when things are going good, the micro becomes macro. You know what I'm saying? The small things become big, and you tend to you nitpick. It could be something very small, but now you sit there and you let that add on to something else small. There's something else small, and it just build, and then you don't want it to break.
Yeah.
So get things off your chest when necessary, and just make sure you come in with the facts, because don't nobody just want to hear nothing but emotion coming out of you every time that you talk. You don't even know how to articulate yourself well. You don't even know how you feel. You just feel something, so now you blabbering. You get what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Digest it. Digest your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Let it sink in on you. Let it soothe you, so you can understand what it is.
Right. And
be
that
self-aware, and then you can bring it to the table.
I mean, I'm just gonna add to that, and then we gonna keep it at that. When he's saying digest it, so when you feeling some type of way, that don't mean you gotta talk about it right then and there. See, I'm the type of person that when I notice there's tension in between me and him, or in our household, I'm the type of person like, nope, we need to fix this. Like, what's going on? But I'm learning that you need to let the person, if a person feeling some type of way, you have to let them just be to themselves, because he's the type of person that's like, when he's in his thoughts, like, he's in his thoughts, and he need that moment to like really like collect his thoughts and stuff like that. So I'm learning to let him do that. And then when it is time to communicate, because now I've done collected my thoughts, it's time to communicate, and we can have a conversation. Because when you try to like right then and there try to fix the problem or try to have a conversation, y'all both are in y'all feelings, and now y'all just saying just anything that you don't even mean to say, because the tension start building up even more. You start getting irritated and frustrated with the person even more. So take a note on that as well. Like, give each other space, and then come together, so that the conversation, like you said, you can really get off your chest and really come with facts instead of coming with your feelings.
Yeah.
But
I think we should leave it there.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it there.
Man. We're gonna try to chop this up the best of our ability. It's the first one, man, so look forward to more, man. Get those questions in so we can get y'all, you know what I'm saying, this point of view and this perspective. We never coming to y'all saying that we 100% right. But what we gonna do is we gonna give y'all our perspective, man. We gonna give y'all the way we look at it.
Right, and what we experience
together.
So,
right, yeah. So
definitely comment, share. If you guys have any more questions, our next episode, we're going to be doing this once a week. Try our best to do an episode once a week. So definitely hit us up with some questions or any advice that y'all want to give us. If you're married, not married, in a relationship, whatever. So, and some feedback. So, we definitely look forward to spending more time with you guys and sharing more of us with you guys.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace out, man. We up.
Peace.